Hi YouTube. This is my first video and I'm so excited about it. I've procrastinated on doing it for so long. I actually started this channel like over a year ago, but I've never uploaded a video or a tutorial, which is what I've planned on making the channel for. And then I finally decided to do it, and I'm excited about it. And I've decided, because when I first posted about the video, I got quite a few requests about pretty much people who are just starting with makeup and just want to know the basics pretty much. So I decided to do a 101 series of videos. So it's just going to be the basics of like eyebrows, the basics of foundation, eyeshadow, or even how to choose a lip color or lipstick for your particular skin tone. So it's just going to be a basics of a few different things, and also eyelashes. Just of a few different things just to help people who are just getting started with makeup. I'm also going to have those other videos, but I'm going to have this series. So for anyone who is just starting with makeup, and if you see me post a video that says 101, then that would be very beneficial and very helpful for you. So that's why I'm starting this series. And also I had a few requests for eyeshadow tutorials, and I really was going to do that first, but as you can see by the quality of the camera that I'm using today, because I couldn't find the camera that I originally planned on using, and I told everyone that I was going to have a video out by this weekend, so I wanted to stick to my word and get a video out. But since I can't do the one about the eyeshadows, I also had a few requests about eyebrows, so I figured that might be helpful as well. And plus, like, I'm excited about telling you guys how easy it is, because so many people think it's complicated, but I promise you guys it's so easy. It's not rocket science. And then for my eyebrows personally, what I use on a day-to-day basis is just two different products. All you would need for what I do on my eyebrows, like I said, on a day-to-day purpose, this is an everyday look. I just use those two products, and you would also need a concealer brush, and that's about it. Those three things, and then you have your eyebrows for the day. So I'll get right into it. I don't want to make it too drawn out, but I just want it to be very informative and informational. So I'm going to try to give you as much information as I can within the amount of time that I'm trying to do it in, because I don't, like I said, I don't want it to be a 35-minute video and all you're going to be doing is filling in your eyebrows. So I'm going to try to make it quick, but also very efficient and informative. So I'll get into the products that I use on my eyebrows, which is I believe the kit that I have is called Brow Fix Brow Kit, and it's by Milani. And Milani, as you know, well, as some of you may know, is just a drugstore brand makeup. I believe this one was about, I want to say $8. It was like $7 and some change at Walgreens. And you can also get Milani makeup at CVS, because I have gotten it there before. And the brow kit that I have, like I said, is the Milani. And I was going to say that this one, let me get the brush, because it comes with these three different shades. Let me see if you guys can see it. There's three different shades. There's a highlight at the top, there's a chestnut brown in the middle, and there's a sandy brown at the bottom. And the highlight is, I really don't want to get into that right now because I don't want to confuse you guys too much. But the highlight is pretty much what you would do just to make your eyebrows pop a little more. I'm going to show you guys what it does, but you do not need this on an everyday basis. As you can see, I haven't even used, I think I've used mine like one time, because I don't use it on an everyday basis, because like I said, it's not a necessity. It's not mandatory, or it doesn't change the look of your eyebrow too drastically if you do not use it every day. So I use the middle one, as you can see, the one with the big chunk out of it, because I've used it so much. That's the one that I use simply because like I have darker hair, and this is a darker brown color, and the bottom one is for the sandy brown is more if you have a lighter color hair, a light brown, or maybe even a blonde. And the brown is just for like a darker color hair, dark brown or black. And that's the one that I use. I know that my eyebrows probably do look black, but I don't use black on my eyebrows. Not that it's a horrible thing to do, but on me it doesn't look natural at all. And I know me personally, when I fill my eyebrows in, I want them to look as natural as possible. I don't want them to look like I just took an eyebrow stamp and stamped it on my face. I want them to look as natural as possible. So that's why I try to use a darker brown and not a black, because with my skin tone, the black looks like I just took a permanent marker and put it on. But for a lot of people I know, I have seen black work and it looks gorgeous. But for me, it just doesn't work. So like I said, I use this brow fix kit by Milani. And also I use a concealer, and this concealer is also a drugstore concealer. I don't use many expensive or expensive makeups or things, because you can do the same things with these with the drugstore brand makeup, that you can with the expensive. I've had MAC, I've had like any expensive makeup that you can think of. If I haven't had it, I've tried it. And I like the MAC. I'm not going to go in on MAC right now. I like it, but I've found that the drugstore makeups, that it just depends on what you choose. The drugstore makeups that you choose, depending on what you get, can do the same things or about close. Maybe not the same thing, but about close. Dang near. So you don't have to spend $80 or $200, which is what I did. I went out and bought the whole MAC line and spent almost about $300 on that makeup. And I tried everything. I tried the base, I tried the foundation, I tried the concealers, I tried pretty much everything, and I really didn't care for any of it, and I ended up giving all of it away. So, and now I'm just using the drugstore Maybelline. This is the Maybelline Fit-Me Foundation collection, and this concealer, if you go to Walmart, you can get it for $6. If you go to like Walgreens, you can get it for about $8. So still, both of these things are not over $10. So like I said, this is about $8. This is about $8, which is not bad at all. And then you'll need a concealer brush. A concealer brush is just really... Let me show you guys the two different brushes that you could use. This is the one that I do use. It's a concealer brush. And it's just a flat brush. It pretty much looks like a paintbrush, honestly. Looks like a paintbrush. As you can see, nothing fancy, just a flat, skinny brush. And that's what I use for my concealer. But you could also honestly use this. This is just a definer brush. And it's just an angled, slender brush. So if you already have either one of these brushes, either one will work. But if you're going out to buy one, the concealer brush will work a lot better. So what I decided to do was to, both of my eyebrows right now are filled in. Let me show you guys. So both of them are filled in right now. But I'm going to wipe one off just so I can show you guys in contrast what it looks like to have one, to have it filled in versus it not being filled in. Now, if you decide not to get this, I'm going to say this before I wipe it off, but if you decide not to get this Brow Fix Brow Kit, which you don't have to at all, because you can use a brown eyeshadow, but if you use a brown eyeshadow, do not use a brown eyeshadow with glitter in it. Make sure it is a flat, matte brown, nothing glittery, nothing. You don't want anything except for just brown. All you want in that is brown. You don't want any shine to it, because if you guys look at this one, There is no glitter, absolutely no glitter, and I'll show you guys the difference. This has no glitter. And then if you look at a brown like this one, as you can see the shimmer in the browns. You don't want that kind of brown. You just want, like I said, just a plain brown. There's no glitter in it. There's no dimension in it. It's just brown. So that's what you want to use. If you do use one with the glitter, it will make your eyebrows look just like a funky color. Like it just, I tried it one time and I didn't know how bad it looked until I seen the pictures, and I'm just like, they make them look darker actually. What I used made mine look darker, and you really don't want that. You just get the brown, or if you can, get the Brow Fix brow kit. So I am going to wipe one of my brows off like so. And I don't draw mine on from scratch. So when I wipe this off, I'm not going to have just nothing there. I'm still going to have an eyebrow there, because what I do is just tweeze or either get them waxed, my natural brow, and then I just fill in what I have from what I have there. I don't draw mine on from scratch. So as you can see, the stuff is so easy to wipe off. You don't have to scrub it too hard, and mine is already off. So this is my natural brow. As you can see, it's a lot. It just doesn't look defined. It doesn't look as defined as this one on the left. Well, on the left. As you can see how defined that one looks, and then where I just wiped it off. As you can see, like in contrast, how different that looks, and how different it'll look to fill your eyebrow in. It just makes your whole face look more put together and more just contoured, and it just goes better if you have a full face of makeup. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with the eyebrow kit. Now, when you do fill in your eyebrows, if you're just starting, there is 3 points of reference that you want to start out with, just to get you in the habit of doing it. And it's just where your eyebrows should start, where it should arch, and where it should end. Sorry, it's my country grammar coming out. Where your eyebrows should start is right at the corner of your eye, and you just want to come straight up. You can use like some kind of brush. Doesn't have to be anything crazy. Or you can even use like I can't find mine, but you can use like tweezers or anything straight, and you just want to take it, put it at the corner of your eye, line it up as straight as you can, and that's where your eyebrow should start. And what I'm going to do is just put 3 little lines so you guys can see what I mean. Now I'm going to look like, it's going to look a little crazy, but I'm trying to help you guys out and make a point so that you can visually see it without me just trying to describe it. So you want to take from the corner of your eye, go straight up, and then right there is where your eyebrow should start. So you can see this line that I just put on my eyebrow. That's exactly where I need my eyebrow to start. Now, where you want it to arch is if you go right to the outside of the center of your eye, right there. Sorry, I gotta look a little crazy, make my eyeball big, but you want to go right to the outside of the center of your eye. And you don't want to go straight up. You want to go at like about a 45-degree angle. And right there is where you want your eyebrow to arch. Let me switch hands because that's just... Okay. Go to the outside, 45-degree angle. And that's exactly where you want your eyebrow to arch. And then, where you want it to end is if you go to the outside corner of your eye and you do the same thing, about a 45-degree angle. And that's exactly where you want it to end. Now, you do not have to do this every day, like I said. Once you guys get in the habit of it, you'll kind of figure out where you want it to start, where you want it to end, where you want it to start, where you want it to end, and all those type of things. So, after you get that, you just want to take the brown. You're going to put your brush in the powder. Just try to get it on both sides. And now it's just a game of connect the dots. You want to go here, where it's supposed to start. And then you want to go make a stroke all the way to where it's supposed to arch. And then after you use your brush and make it flat, make a flat stroke from the beginning to where it's supposed to arch. You want to change the angle of your brush to where it is now like this. Instead of being flat, sorry, you want it to be at an angle like this. And then all you do then is connect that dot to the end dot, right where you want your eyebrow to end. And already you are halfway done with your eyebrows. Now all I'm going to do is go back and wipe off these lines, which, like I said, you don't do this every day. I do not do this every day. I just want you guys, like I said, to be able to visibly see what I'm talking about. And the reason why these points are so important is because once you start to go outside of these points, that's when your eyebrow starts to look a little bit more unnatural. If I just filled my eyebrows in and say I continued out longer than the corner of my eye and I came all the way down to here, that's not going to look too natural. If I take my arch and I start to arch my eyebrow here, say I go up like this and then come down, that's not going to look too natural. So those points of reference really help to make your eyebrow look more natural and just a lot more contoured versus you just trying to do it from scratch and just, you know, especially if you're just starting, that's very helpful. So now what you're going to do is take your concealer, and then when you get a concealer to do what I'm going to do with my eyebrows, which you call highlighting, you just want to make sure that you get a concealer that's 1 to 2 shades lighter than the your skin tone or your foundation. Now, I'm not going to go into too much detail about picking out a concealer. All I'm going to say is, like I said, that you go 1 to 2 shades lighter than the skin tone or than the concealer that you have or that you are. So, what you want to do is take and put about 3 dots, 1 here at the beginning, 1 here in the middle, and 1 at the end. And then what the concealer does is, as if you look at this eyebrow and you see how straight and clean these lines look on my eyebrows, this is exactly what the concealer does. Because if you just put the powder on there, the eyebrow is not going to look as, the lines are not going to look as straight and contoured as they will if you put a concealer on them. So, I'm going to try to get very close to this camera, guys. So what you're going to do is take the brush right where this first dot is, right here, and you just want to make a flat, straight line. And you can already see how straight the eyebrow is already beginning to look. And you're just making a straight line, following the shape that you just did. So, after you make that straight line, all you're doing now is wiping in, blending in that concealer. And there you go. You can see how crisp and straight this line looks. just like on the other side. Now, if you do make a mistake, that's why concealer comes in handy when you're doing your eyebrows. So if you make a mistake, all you have to do, let me put this camera back up. All you have to do, because if you look at this eyebrow, you can see how much wider the beginning is of this eyebrow than it is of this one. And if you notice it, guess what? Everybody else is going to notice it. So don't walk out the house like it. And what you're going to do is take the concealer, put just like a dot. Just put one little dot there. You don't want to put it actually on your eyebrow. Put it like right above your eyebrow. And I'm going to show you how easy it is to fix that mistake. You can get, with concealer, you can get your eyebrows to be as thin as you want them, or as structured as you want the lines to look. You can get that with concealer, which is why I love it. And you just want to take the brush just like you did at the bottom and make a straight line. That's all you are doing. And now you can see, hold on, I saw a little black part that was going to bug me. But now you can see how much more they, how much better they look once you just go in and fix, even if it's just like a little edge of something or anything. Like if you see anything that's out of place, if you notice it, that's my biggest thing. If you notice it, someone else is going to notice it 9 times out of 10. So like I said, you can't get them perfect. But if you want them to be seemingly perfect, just take your concealer brush, your concealer, do what I just did. They're not perfect at all. I will never get them perfect. No one will ever get them perfect, because remember, you are a human being. You are not a machine. You cannot do anything perfect. So this is seemingly, they seem perfect, but they are definitely not perfect. But this is how I do my eyebrows. And it, like I said, it's so easy. It's so simple. It doesn't take, once you get this down packed, I promise it will not take you guys more than 5 minutes to do. It's very simple. It's very cheap. And like I said, it's easy. And I'm excited for you guys to try it. And what I want you guys to do is, if you try this video, post a picture of your eyebrows on my wall, because I just want to see it, and I want you guys to show me like that this was informational and this was helpful, and I want to see if you guys are able to put this information I just gave you to use, and that it was beneficial. So thank you for watching my YouTube tutorial, my first one. I'm so excited. Please watch the other ones. Please give me any kind of feedback, any kind of request or anything, and I will see you lovely ladies on the next tutorial. Thank you for watching.